Oh no, big bro. Adult fans of Lego are ruining the hobby. Monkey Kid is dead, Dreams is dead. The adults are taking over with all these black boxes.
These are just like not arguments that I can get behind. And this topic has been belabored to death on this very platform. And while we agree with a lot of the points that people have laid out on why they think that adults have ruined the hobby, Methuselah and I just do not agree fundamentally. And we're here to talk about why we think adults are actually a great thing for the hobby.
Okay, shout out to our friend Lego Man Cam for inspiring this video. Please check out his video about why adults are ruining Lego, but we're going to provide some counter argument points to some of the points we've been seeing online about why adults are ruining the hobby, allegedly. Okay, and we're adults, Daniel. Well, I guess we're ruining the hobby. I don't know what I did. A lot of people may be upset about 2020 going forward. You know, the big Lego boom. You know, we had our COVID stimulus checks and whatnot. We're all spending it on Lego and whatnot. Well, y'all were. I never got out of Lego. Since I was born, I never stepped out of Lego. Bruh. I've never been a fake Lego fan. I've never had the Dark Ages. I've never had nothing. I'm just joking, guys. It's okay. But, so y'all got back into Lego in 2020, and now Lego is thinking, oh, the adults with jobs will buy Lego sets as long as they're not on a zany colored box, etc., and they seem adults welcome, themed, oriented. This actually isn't the worst thing ever, Daniel Lewa, and we've actually complained about it in videos. We have a video called the Lego Blackbox problem, things like that, and we say the downsides to Blackboxes being a little bit soulless, i.e. Simba, i.e. Sesame Street, i.e. Toothless. It just looks a little bit strange, just an excuse for adults to buy them, when in reality it's just a kid's build that any kid could really build. But I don't think it's that necessarily bad of a thing, because without these black boxes, Daniel Lewa, would we ever have received a Lego Daily Bugle with the Punisher, Daredevil, Blade, and Black Cat? Would we not have received the Avengers Tower, my favorite set of all time? Would we have received the Barad-dûr in the way that it is? What do you think about that?
No, definitely not. I do not think we would have received these sets at that scale with that level of complexity and detail. And yeah, there are two angles of Lego's marketing approach to adults. One, to get like the diehard fans, and the other to like bring people into the hobby. And so there's a whole range of complexities out there. But the fact that because they're specifically targeting adults with nostalgia, they are going to go so hard on amazing, perfect, immaculate builds. I can't say how many adults I've heard say, oh, Avengers Tower is the best set ever made. Oh, Rivendell's the best set ever made. That's just because they are going after adults. So that is one way adults are not ruining Lego.
How are we literally complaining when we are getting Lego Pokemon? Literally. How are we complaining when we're getting literally Lego One Piece, Lego Animal Crossing, Lego Transformers, Lego Balrogs? Like, we're eating literally so good. It's laughable. Sure, not every set is perfect. Not every set is priced well. Not everything is fair. But holy crap, we are very spoiled as adults right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, the sheer variety of stuff available, even for Pirates fans, Eldorado Fortress remake, Castle fans, Blind Knight's Castle remake, the Medieval Town Square, even for space fans, the Renegade, the Galaxy Explorer. Like, they are giving everybody what they've been wanting in theory and more. So while we don't want to just sit here and defend Lego like they are without sin, you know, spotless, I think we just do need to recognize that it's crazy. If we had told ourselves 10, even 5 years ago about the spread and selection that we'd be seeing on Lego.com and shelves, I think our minds would be blown.
But the interesting thing is, Daniel, would you rather buy the Lion Knight's Castle, or would you rather buy the Lego Hyrule Castle at the same price or more expensive?
Bro, don't taunt me with that. That would be the most peak thing in the world.
That's the thing. But would the kid version of you also want the Hyrule Castle versus a generic castle or kid's castle theme?
Great point. I don't know. I think I preferred the non-flesh tones as a kid because it was more fantastical. I could project whatever I wanted onto them. It wasn't some specific actor or character. So in a lot of ways, I liked the original stuff as a kid. But now that as I've grown up, I've appreciated a lot more the IP stuff as well. The other point going along with that is that Lego's actively making themes that appeal to a wide audience that specifically have a ginormous adult demographic. I can think of quite a few off the top of my head. Harry Potter. Most kids were not alive when those movies or books came out, even though they're still good for kids and adults. Animal Crossing, which, as you can see here, like the majority of the players were 20 and 30, okay? That says something. So all of these themes that Lego can make and sell to a wide audience that aren't just including children, but they know that they can actively target big swaths of the adult demographic too. And I think that's a huge plus.
Well, isn't that sad for you, Daniel Lewa, because you like Lego original action themes so much, like Monkey Kid, like what we grew up with all our Power Miners and Alien Conquest? Are you sad that they're just gonna transition to One Piece and Pokemon and Bluey?
Yeah, and that's such a funny argument because, like, oh, of course it would be awesome to have Power Miners or Bionicle set today. But the thing is, I wouldn't want them to be exactly as they were. I would want an 18 plus level build version of the Titanium Command rig from Power Miners, and that would be so cool. Yes, I think it'd be cool to have original themes in the 18 plus demographic. You're a big fan of those themes too, Matt. Like, what do you think?
Well, it's weird. It's not like adults can't buy dream sets. And it's not like kids can't build Optimus Prime. I know kid Lego fans that build Optimus Prime, Pac-Man, basically any of these 18 plus sets they could build. And they're like 8 to 10 years old, bro.
I think, yeah, having like original themes is great, but we're just seeing that there's not a demand for these newer original themes. Monkey Kid is dying. Maybe it's already dead. Dreams is not getting the love. And so it's like, well, we want original themes, but it's people are like, well, we want new themes that are actually just remake themes of things from our own childhood. Pirates, Castle, Power Miners, Exoforce, whatever. So it's like, okay, we can't just say we want a new theme. Would it be awesome to have actual affordable sets at the lower price range? 100%. And that's where things like Speed Champions are really great, because not all adults are absolute millionaires like Methuselah and can afford. I don't to get like all of the big sets, and it'd be awesome to have smaller sets. And I think that's one thing that would be awesome. But generally, they've really introduced a lot of variety with the 18 plus stuff for adults.
We can't act like we're so much smarter than Lego themselves. They have the actual data of what people are buying. They know how much money you're going to spend on something. They know what's successful. A lot of people, I feel like a lot of people, we always act like we're so much smarter than Lego. Why don't you do XYZ? Why don't you make a whole castle theme? You'll make buttloads of money. Well, they know they will, so they can just give you little things and you're going to scalp and binge it. Let's talk about that, Daniel Lewo, because people saying adults are scalping the Lego and that's a problem. Personally, I've never had an issue with it. I know there was the Wolfpack Master in that CMF series that people were scanning and taking and scalping. Normal consumers couldn't go find it, had trouble finding it. Personally, I've never had a situation where I wasn't able to find a set that I wanted. Personally, okay, that's just a anecdotal experience, but if I really, really want something immediately, I go stand in line at the mall day one and I get there early. But everything gets restocked. You'll always have a chance to get it. Maybe the CMFs might be a problem, though. What do you think?
Yeah, CMFs are the real tricky one, especially because you can actually identify and find the ones you want and resell. The other trick is with GWPs, because they'll make these highly desirable Castle Remake or Bionicle Remake type GWPs, and those are only for a very limited time, and then people, scalp those and it's over. And that is very frustrating. But we wouldn't have those desirable GWPs if it weren't for adults in Lego. So it's like a catch-22. Are you happy that we get some of these like Forest Men Hideout 18 plus GWPs, very nostalgic baity type stuff, even if it means that they will be scalped? That is just a struggle that there will always be with any brand that has a very high demand product.
Daniel Lewa, some people are complaining that there are way too many 18 plus black box sets now. It's taking over like a symbiote in the Lego store.
I mean, kind of, yeah. It feels like Venom just on one entire wall. But have you seen all of the rest of that building? At least the Lego store I go to, it's majority non-18 plus. Like, there's so many options right now. If you look at how many sets are sold per year on Brickset.com, it's almost 1,000 per year. Back in our childhood, whatever, 2005, 6, it was like 400 a year. And so when we look at like how many non-18 plus sets they're making this year, it feels like way more sets than they were making total when we were younger. We get the idea that it's like 18 plus is ruining everything. In reality, the amount of stuff for kids pretty much has only grown, and you get the stuff for adults. So having as an argument that there's too much 18 plus, it only gives more options for everybody. But the last reason I will say why adults are not ruining Lego is that they are bringing a lot of community and friendship to the space. Yeah, this happens with K-Falls, T-Falls, and everybody. But we can see on YouTube, we have so many connections that we've made because of other people who are adults on the platform that we've been able to connect to because we're all fans of the hobby. And that is something that's super cool. And hopefully we can all agree on, like people who are organizing conventions, displaying mocks, and of all ages, plenty of adults making things happen, making cool content, making fun videos, along with T-Fall, K-Fall, whatever. So like, I think we should recognize and be happy about that.
But I can understand how it's frustrating for like OG Lego fans, like Daniel Lewa, like Lego Man Cam, who grew up with the fun creativity, and now they feel like this being sucked away. And we're getting limited Star Wars sets that are actually play scale sets, and it's all just adult related sets. So I get it. I 100% get it. But there are some pros to it as well. So we just want to provide that little counter argument.
Exactly. So whether you're an adult or not, and you just enjoy being in this hobby, like there's no shame. You're not ruining Lego. Unless you are going like in scalping stuff, and that is terrible. Forget FOMO, like stay away from day one if you can. Don't fall for online hype. Plenty of people promoting product, don't necessarily fall for that hype. Just have fun with it. That's all we can say.
Hopefully I didn't say anything too stupid in this one. Oh crap.
I think you're fine, bro. So let us know what you think, please, because I think this is an interesting ongoing discussion that it seems like a lot of people have been thinking about. We want to know what you're thinking about it too. So let us know in the comments, and thank you for watching.
And while we're at it, we might as well give a special shout out to our special channel members who get a shout out on every video. And that is I'm Lidme, MC Go, Uncle Michael, Uncle Norman, Oliver, Jay, the Ginger Lender, Shuey Lee, Grandma Susan, Norman Davis, Dr. Dan, PhD, Sir Grizz, Richie Rage, Langster Builds, Jaborgus, Mary Kay, Cesar, and Jay Jolly. Wow, so many channel members. Love all of you A-Falls. Let's keep spending our money. Let's keep shilling out for whatever. Let's grab all the black boxes and let's just have fun. The World War III is coming. Let's just enjoy our Legos walls.
Oh my god, dark fast. Holy cow. On that note, if you made it this far in the video, put Puku Muku in the comments below, and you'll be a real one.
I'm sorry, Lego Man Cam.